All right, what's up, guys? It's Roy here. So today I got the Neewer CM31 wireless microphone set up here. Neewer was kind enough to send this out for review. So if you're someone that's been looking for a new wireless microphone setup, this might be what you're looking for. Now, this is an affordable setup. I know the prices change depending on where you look, but I do know for a fact when I looked a couple of days ago, it was around like under $100 on Amazon. So I'll be sure to link it down in the description. But I gotta say, guys, you get a lot with this. So as you can see, just by the picture alone, you can see that you do get the 2 transmitters and the 1 receiver, but that 1 receiver, it is a screen on there, which I really like. It's in color. You can see the live feed of your volume moving. You can see the battery of the transmitters. So really am digging that. So let's get this bad boy out real quick. So as you can see in here, I already have it out, but I do want to show you the content that comes in it, and then I'll show you what the setup is. So you do get this pretty nice Neewer bag, a little drawstring bag. It's kind of like a velour type of material. It's got Neewer on there, so that's that. Now inside, as you can see, we do get 2 dead cats that do just kind of clip on, which I'll do an install here in a minute to show you. And then we do get some different cables. So this is the one that I'm using for my camera. And then you can see that they do also send you a lightning one if you have an old school iPhone. And then if we dig in the bag of tricks here, there's also going to be a couple more things that I don't have out. So if you have an Android device, then we got the USB-C, or if you have a newer iPhone. And then we do have a USB-A to Type-C charging cable if you want to use this to charge the actual charging case for them. And then here is the other little windscreen dead cat that goes with these. So I'm going to scooch this to the side, and there is some instruction manuals and stuff in here. So with that being said, let's grab this. So here is the charging case. And you can see the Neewer branding there, CM31CX. Got some LED indicators here on the front to show when it's charging. On the back, we do have a USB-C charging port. Do have some little feet on here that do help grip, so it's not going to just slip around everywhere. So whenever we open it, you can see that it reveals these. So this is what it looks like with it inside. There's some little padding here, so whenever it does close, it's definitely not ruining or damaging these. But whenever you take it out, that little screen instantly turns on. So you can increase the brightness and all that. You got a little up and down volume button, the mode button there. Do have a power button. Does have the little clip there, so that way if you want to slide it on a cold or hot shoe, you can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So pretty simple. Neewer branding there, all that. And then as I, let's say, take this one out, you'll see that it instantly starts to pair, and then boom, there it is. And you can see the volumes moving up and down. Obviously it's very hot right now because I'm talking very loud in it. But one thing that I like about this is that, one, it's very small. So as you can see here, it's a very small, fits in the palm of my hand kind of thing. Now, I will admit, though, one thing that I wish it had was some sort of magnetic thing on the back, because whenever I have ones that clip like this, which it's fine, it can clip on my shirt, I want it more in the center of my chest. So I was even looking at doing some sort of aftermarket, like put a little magnet thing on here with some like double-sided tape, and then have the other piece so it like magnetizes, so I could put it in the center of my chest. But that's nitpicking. But I do hope that if they do like a newer version, that they do consider some sort of magnetic something that comes in the box. But if we look at the actual transmitter here, you can see that, one, we have these buttons here. So we got a giant button here. So when I push it, you can see that light came on, and that's A and C. And if I do that again, it turns it off. So if you're outside and it's super loud, you can definitely take advantage of having ANC on and off. And I'll show you what it sounds like here in a minute. between the two. I'll do a test indoors and then I'll go outside and do a test as well, so you can see what it sounds like outside, and we'll do kind of a little distant test as well. And this button, if I hold it down, this is the power button, so I'm not going to do that. I definitely wanted to take advantage of just leaving it on right now. Got the microphone there, we got a mic jack part there where if you want to use a wired lav mic, you can plug it in there and then of course use that. We do have a USB-C charging port here as well if you do want to charge it by itself, and then of course the magnetic connections when it goes back in the actual charging case and stays in nicely, so it does not fall out. It's magnetized, as you can see there with this one as well. So with all that being said, if you are a content creator that's indoors like I do most of my stuff, then let's go ahead and I'm going to do a couple of different tests. One, I'm going to do it, well, actually moving forward in this video, I will only be using the actual microphone here and show you all that fun stuff. So with that being said, let me hook this up to my mirrorless camera that I'm using. I'm using the Sony a6700. So I'm just going to plug it in and then I'm going to just kind of set it where I have the, I'll tell you what the settings are as well. I'll do a test with it holding it like this so you can kind of hear. And then I'll also do some tests where I have it just kind of clipped to my shirt and my chest. And then also, then we'll go outside and do some tests with it as well. So without further ado, let's plug it up. All right, so here is the microphone as I'm just holding it. I am on level 2 on my Sony a6700, so I'm wanting to use as much of the actual wireless microphone versus the preamps in my camera. And this is what it sounds like if I'm holding it, kind of like interview style. So I'm just holding it up against my, just kind of close to my face, like if I'm holding a microphone of some sort. And this is what it sounds like. So let me know down in the comments what this does sound like in your opinion. Now I am going to go ahead and switch over from the normal to ANC, and I am curious if it does change the sound a little bit to your ear, because right now I have the AC on in the background. My cob lights, one of them is a little louder than normal lately. I think I need to update it, but I mean, I am curious if you can hear anything in the background right now, so I am going to stop talking for a split sec as well, and let's see if you hear anything. All right, so now I'm going to switch over to ANC. So I am holding it interview style once again, just like I've seen a lot of YouTubers where they're just holding the microphone up to their mouth. So once again, this is what the audio would sound like in a, controlled environment indoors, holding it like so. But this is ANC, so it should definitely drown out some of the background noise. And I will say that I am not going to do any type of editing to the audio like I normally would do, where I'm like decreasing the background noises and everything. The only thing I will do is just increase the volume a little bit, but I'm not going to do any of the other alterations that I typically would do, because I want to be able to show you what it sounds like raw. So now with all that being said, let's go outside. Let's do a little bit of a range test. Now, unfortunately, I don't have like a, rolling wheel to kind of show me how far I'm walking away, but I can give a good idea. So we'll test out the distance and we'll test out what it sounds like outside. And we'll also do it with and without a windscreen installed as well. So let's jump outside real quick. All right, so right now I'm holding the microphone just like I said I was in my room. So as you can see, if I get closer, I'm holding it like this. Now, one thing I will say is that it's very windy outside. There's a guy mowing over here. You got the wind, you got trees, you got cicadas in the background. I did bring the little windscreen, which I will be trying here in a sec. But this is what the audio you would get if you just didn't have anything on. So I gotta imagine it doesn't sound great, considering I gotta imagine the wind's blowing in it right now. I mean, it's very windy. But I think that will actually help when we do the testing with ANC and everything else. So I'm going to switch over to ANC right now and let's see what it sounds like. All right, so there is ANC So let me know down in the comments, and I won't know until I get back home what it sounds like, but did it make a significant difference or not? I'll put it down below and let you know as well. But I gotta imagine it helped a little bit. I don't know if it helped a lot, but I hope it helped a little bit. But once again, cicadas, wind blowing, all that, lawnmower guy in the background. So now what I'm gonna do is stick on the windscreen and let's see how much of a difference that makes. All right, so now I'm using the Dead Cat, and I don't have ANC on right now. I'm kind of crouching down a little bit. I'm about, I don't know, 10 feet from the camera, but there's a cicada or a frog or something in the background, super loud. There's a plane flying, there's wind, there's trees, but once again, as you can see here, I do have that installed, so you can hear the difference with ANC off and using the windscreen. So let me go ahead and switch over to ANC real quick. All right, so now I got ANC on. Let me know down in the comments what it sounds like. So once again, I'm holding it like I would a microphone. Like I said earlier, when I wear shirts like this, you know, I got like, you know, hoodies, or I have collared shirts or a t-shirt. And if I put it right here, it just doesn't sound good. Really, it needs to be sitting on the center of my chest like so. So if you see that right there, like in my opinion, this is where it sounds the best because the audio is projecting, it's catching it, or if I'm holding it like this, it sounds better. But if I have it up here like this, I don't think it sounds very good. Or if I had it here, I can try to clip it on my shirt, but the problem is then it kind of sticks out a little bit. So if I walk up, you can see what I'm talking about, where it kind of bunches up, but it moves that way. So once again, with these types of microphones, I definitely don't want it projecting that way. I want it projecting up, catching my voice. So now, just for jollies, let's do a test walking away. So right now, I'm about 20 feet away from the camera. And as I'm walking away, I'm going to keep on talking, but with my back turned, I'm curious if the sound will keep on dropping in or out. I've seen some videos where it doesn't drop in and out. Now I'm about a good, at least 100 feet maybe away. From everything I've read, this is rated to be able to get pretty far. So I'm going to keep on going as far as I can go. Now I keep on, I'm keeping on, I'm keeping on. I have to imagine that the audio is still going strong since I'm facing the camera. Now my back is turned, so can you hear me? I do not know. But now I'm probably a good, probably 300 feet away. I'm about to fall in this creek over here, but easily, I'm probably, yeah, I'm at least 300 to 400 feet away now. I mean, you probably can barely see me by this tree. I'm going to keep on going and probably count out another, I don't know, probably another 100 feet. I don't know if you can see me over here. I'll try to use the magic of the camera. But as I'm walking up, surely I hope that the audio is being picked up. I am currently using ANC, and now I've switched back over to not using ANC. So I just want you to kind of get a good understanding of what this microphone sounds like between ANC and non-ANC. And I've still got the windscreen on. Obviously, being outside, it's a must. But I really feel like with the elements outside right now, that it is a good test to give you some decent audio, even if you're outside, but it's not windy or by trees or by someone mowing or whatever. Kids play in the background. There's a park literally right over there, and there's a bunch of kids over there. So the point is there's a lot of elements right now that are affecting the quality. I'm going to switch back to ANC. And yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think this sounds good? Do you think it sounds like trash? I've been using it off and on for a couple of weeks, even like with some of my videos that I posted online. I do feel like it sounds pretty good. I think it's a good solid option, especially for being $100 and under, where depending on where you find it on Amazon or whatever. So I think it's a good option for someone looking for a wireless microphone, especially since you get two mics, you get a nice, clean, colorful screen that you can look at. Once again, I am a single type of a content creator where I don't have someone usually recording me, so I can't really take advantage of like hooking up my headphones and monitoring the audio, since I just kind of have to do it like this. But I will say though that it's really cool to be able to have that if you are monitoring and looking at the screen. I do like that you can also record internally on this if you wanted to. Now, I don't really do that very often, but you can if you want. So there you go, guys. Neewer CM31. Let me know down in the comments what you think. But what do you think? Sound pretty good? It's up to you. So hit the like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe. God bless. I'll see you on the next one.